Good evening, I'm Linda Lynch, sitting in for Renee Willis, who has the night off. LaGrange prepares to host the Special Olympics, and the Troup County Sheriff's Office says, watch out for a new scam.
I'm Peter Melanie. We've got perfect weather. I'm talking just absolutely perfect weather today, rest of the week, and on into the weekend. It's going to be great weather. Stay tuned. I'll have all the details coming up.
And local politics is heating up. All this and more coming up next on TV 33 News.
From the News Center on Lafayette Square in LaGrange. This is TV 33 News.
Educational opportunities were the subject of a workforce development symposium held Wednesday at West Georgia Technical College. The Troup County school system discussed plans to implement a technical curriculum and focus on teacher training in technical areas to better utilize the $1 million in equipment they purchased last summer. LaGrange College told about their Master's in Business Administration program, one-day professional development workshops, and 6 weeks on-site courses that can be tailored to meet businesses' needs. And West Georgia Technical College briefed employers on current vendor certifications and various other programs of study. And get used to lots of activity on the square. After this weekend's Special Olympics event, next weekend holds the United Way's annual chili cook-off, followed by a concert by the U.S. Army Field Band and Soldiers Chorus. Tickets can be picked up for the concert at the LaGrange Daily News office at 105 Ashton Street. The weather may be cooling off, but local politics got a little hotter today as voters in Georgia's 29th senatorial district got a taste of what some consider negative campaigning. Republican Tom Mills, who is challenging Democratic incumbent Dan Lee, sent voters a mail-out concerning Lee's stance on education, which Lee calls misleading at best.
You know, a lot of people tell you don't need to respond to these sort of things, but I think I need to respond just because it's, if you notice the ad, it's from the Georgia Republican Party who are handling my opponent. It's interesting that they attacked me for voting against the governor's education bill when all 22 Republicans in the Senate voted just like I did. They all voted against that bill. The things listed in that pamphlet, and I got one at my house, that say I'm against, that the ad says I'm against, were contained in the governor's education bill. And I voted against them just like I did the entire bill. I vote for the children of this district. They control my vote, not a political party in Atlanta.
Both candidates have named education as their #1 priority. Well, if you've passed by Lafayette Square in the past few days, you may have noticed something different. LaGrange is privileged to host the Georgia Special Olympics this weekend, and the square is decked out for the event. Flags surround the fountain area, white doves adorn the fence with the names of the many volunteers, and the statue of Lafayette himself holds the symbol for the Special Olympic Games. This is the second year LaGrange has hosted the event. Each host city sponsors the event for 3 years. The Troup County Sheriff's Office is warning residents to be on the lookout for a local scam. James Woodruff tells us more.
Wanting to do driveway repair work. We've already had one call this week where a person was approached, a homeowner. They told them that the job should cost approximately $200. It ended up costing $600. We had another resident call us and say that someone did approach her about caulking some cracks in her driveway, but she turned them away and didn't want to do business with them. We do know that we do have some legitimate contractors in Troup County, and we're not after those people. We're after the people that are trying to go after unsuspecting homeowners. We're asking any homeowner that's approached by someone like this to give us a call at 911. Let us send a deputy out. Let the deputy talk with the person and determine if they are a legitimate contractor or not.
Would it be better if people go ahead and call as soon as they show up, and so you can kind of meet them there and talk to them a little bit, maybe?
Absolutely, yeah. Call as soon as they get there. That way they won't have a chance to leave before we get there. We want to interview them and just make sure they're all legitimate.
Now, with contracting work, most people don't go out and solicit contracting work. Most companies that do this sort of thing. So if you're not wanting one, is the general practice most contractors just to drive around looking for work?
I don't think more your bigger contractors don't do that. I think they stay pretty busy on their own. However, small contractors might do that are trying to get a start in the business. If they are a legitimate contractor, then they should have a business license, which they got from the planning and zoning on Dallas Street. If they are not, we want to know about it because we want to get them out of business. We don't want them scamming our residents of Troup County.
If you have any unwanted persons contacting you about contracting work and you aren't sure of their credibility, call 911. The Noonan Community Theater Company is celebrating its 35th anniversary this weekend with the production of A Little Hotel on the Side. Dale Lyles, the artistic director for the company, tells us more.
The play is a French farce by Georges Feydeau, and I know that may scare some people with the French, but it's a fabulously funny play, one of the funniest plays ever written. The man wrote, like Neil Simon at the turn of the century, just churned out these hysterically funny plays. And 25 years ago, I decided between my junior and senior year of college that I needed to do something during the summer, and I got a $200 grant from the Parks and Recreation Department and did this show for $200, if you can imagine that.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history, unfortunately. It was, the translation I used 25 years ago is called Hotel Paradiso, and this time it's called A Little Hotel on the Side. Wonderful play, just a wonderful, wonderful play.
The Noonan Community Theater is located in downtown Noonan, and the play will run for 3 weekends. You can contact the theater for more information. The weather's been beautiful. Will it stay that way for the weekend? Stay tuned. Peter Mallory is up next for with the weather. But first, stocks took a nosedive today, closing down 379 points. Here's a rundown of local stocks, sponsored by Sonova Securities at CB&T. Well, the weather's been great, Peter.
It really has.
Is it going to continue that way for the Special Olympics weekend?
Yes, it is, and it's going to continue that way all through the weekend, and it's going to be real nice weather for the Florida-Auburn game. You're a Florida fan, right?
Yes, I am, and my husband's an Auburn fan.
Oh,
so
is that right?
Should be interesting around our house.
You went to Florida.
I did.
Well, how about them dogs, Mississippi State? Who let the dogs out on y'all last week?
Well, you know, got to lose them early so that you can finish strong.
That's a good philosophy, Linda. I'll tell you that right now. Of course, Florida, they don't really need that too much because they got such a good team. You like old Steve Spurrier? You know him very well?
He's a good coach.
He's a good coach. I hear you. All right. Let's take a look at the weather. The high today was 80. It was a nice day, folks. The low was 49. The winds are from the north at 5. The barometric pressure is 30.11 and falling. Relative humidity is 44%. No rain for the day and 1.1 inch for the month. Well, folks, I don't really hit you. Well, it's getting a little chilly again. That's that cold front moving through. So, are you proud of the Gators this year?
So far, yeah, they've done all right.
Well, how come they lost to Mississippi State?
I don't know. Can't answer for that one.
Right.
That's a bad one.
Mississippi State got a
But
good
Auburn's
team.
saying the same thing, too, so.
I hear that. I guess if you're an investor, you need to get your pencil sharpened. Tell us why, Linda.
That's right. Will Ellis is here with tonight's Investment Corner.